Here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
Hello and welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator. In this video we are going to talk a little bit about the latest Inside Star Citizen episode, which, as you can see, is talking about jump points. Let's make a little quick stop here because we can see some brand new UI opening jump point, which is something that I have never seen before. So I just realized that as I was preparing for this video. So pretty cool. So that's what we're going to talk about today. CIG did unveil some of the backstage, not really backstage, but behind the scenes of what we have seen during CitizenCon. And I have to say that this was a pretty interesting Inside Star Citizen, maybe the best, in my opinion, Inside Star Citizen we've had of this year, perhaps. So let's get started. Let's enter this fantastic value-added gameplay that we are seeing here, the VAG. All right, let's just start. Boom. So it's a pretty decent episode in terms of length. 11 minutes, and with very little flow. Just one segment here about those jump points, and they're showing us some concept arts, but especially this is probably where one of the jump gates was probably built here. But especially they gave us some really interesting tidbits of information about those jump gates or jump points. Now they are saying that all of these jump gates are eventually going to be a little bit different from one another. They are using them, the same modular, the same modularity as say other bases of spatial. They are also using the volumetric cloud tech that is going to be seen in the coils. Actually, they are using the one from the coil in Squadron 42, the same one that they are using for jump gates. So this is another example here of Squadron 42 technology being implemented in the verse as well. Obviously, this is still a little bit far from a release. We're not going to see that anytime soon, but still is great to see some really early work. They also did indicate that what we have seen was made especially for the CitizenCon demo, which is something I said in a previous video, that this is not exactly how it is going to look like in the verse, but more of a concept that they are showing us of what they are going to do with the verse, of the technologies that they currently have, that they are going to use to create something that will have its place one day in the verse. Now they're also talking, the next thing they're talking about here, which I thought was the most interesting part of this presentation, was how the wormhole is actually made. There's this whole section here about how this works, what is being unstrained, what is being strained at the same time. Also, they're showing us some bifurcations here, so that means you can actually go to different locations inside the wormhole. Wormholes are not going to be just one way in, one way out. Apparently, according to what they were saying during the show, it will be possible to go to other places in the wormhole, but it's going to be much more difficult. Like if you go out of the main stream, if I may say so, then eventually you may end up in the place that had previously been unexplored. Again, this is all just talk for me. As long as I don't see anything concrete, I'm not really going to I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt, just to sort of speak. But I thought that the idea of not really knowing where you're going and then selling the exploration data when you come back is quite appealing. At least, I'm not, I've said that I would not be an explorer, but if I were an explorer, this is something that I would find very interesting. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show here is this. This is how a route of a wormhole, of at least a jump hole, whatever it's called, a wormhole, let's call it a wormhole, is being created. And here they were explaining that they are using exactly the same modular technology that they are using, for example, for the rest stops. So I thought that was really interesting because this is really that same technology, that same procedurally generated technology that they are using for so many different applications. And this is once again showing that it did take a lot of time to create those tools, but once those tools are being created, then it's going to be much quicker to generate that content, that value-added gameplay here that we are seeing. They are using the metaphor of a roller coaster, so they want to They want players to feel like traveling inside those wormholes is feeling a little bit like a roller coaster. So, where you have phases where you go up and it's going a little bit slower, and then you're going to go down and you're going to go a little bit faster with some twists and turns. I'm not so sure. First, at the same time, on the one hand, there's a part of me that really wants, space to be as realistic as possible and as as immersive as possible. But at the same time, I'm also afraid that we don't even know that wormholes are even exist. I personally don't think that wormholes do exist, but they're pretty cool in video games because it's a good explanation that allows us to travel from one star system to another. So why the hell not, right? But see, at the same time, there's also the cool factor, which is also very dear to Chris Roberts. So that's why I'm not surprised that we're having such a weird concept, as you can see, of roller coaster wormhole. Why not? As long as it's entertaining and it makes the ride immersive and exciting, definitely more exciting than Quantum Travel, for example, then why not? I'm not against it, but I think that it needs to be done very well. So that's what we can say here about this Inside Star Citizen. It's funny because this was a pretty comprehensive episode, even though it's just 11 minutes and 36 seconds. Normally I make longer videos than the actual episodes. So we're going to talk about something else now. We're going to talk about this Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy, which has also been released on robertspaceindustries.com on the website. And this is a very interesting article here that talks a little bit more about Microtech. It features some really beautiful screenshots, some of those that we have seen already. This is from the spaceport. Some of those that we have maybe never have seen. I think that those screenshots must have been worked here on Photoshop because they look a little bit concepty. They've added some extra shaders, but I really love the this looks like New York or some kind of North American city. This is a very interesting feel that we're having from those trees, the snows, the skyscrapers. Definitely something that feels alien, but at the same time familiar. And this is what I like so much about Microtech. Let's have a couple of more a look of those pictures here with Planetech V2, the different biomes, high mountains, low altitude plains, which they are going to describe in what we can see here. The different, they're going to talk about the different, where is it? There's so much stuff to talk about here. Let's go back first about what Microtech is. So they're explaining that it was terraformed, but there was a terraforming error, and that's why the weather is very harsh. They're also showing us a little bit. So this is the spaceport that we've seen during CitizenCon demo. More pictures here of the hangars that we've seen. I think this is not a new screenshot. I think I've seen this screenshot before. They're also showing us some screenshots here of the domes. This looks more like a concept art than an actual screenshot, but it looks like it was also done at the same time. Or is it a mix of concept art and screenshot? You guys, please tell me in the comments down below, because it looks a little bit too good to be true. But yeah, finally we're seeing those domes that we've been waiting for. They are obviously much smaller than what we had anticipated. Or is it New Babbage that's bigger? I don't know. But that's where we'll eventually be venturing into New Babbage, where we'll be going to different shops. So it's good to see at least the exteriors that are going to be available in Star Citizen Alpha 3.8. There's that Microsoft Microtech tower that we can fly into. This is obviously a concept. This is not in-game yet, but this is Wallis Bar, which is where there will be the mission giver here. They are saying that he calls that the friendly neighborhood given mission giver. So what does that entail? I don't know what this entails. Does it entail that, for example, he's going to give us missions to fix stuff or clean up stuff? I don't know. Some of the hubs that we have seen with the windows, by the way, this is also something that I'm really looking forward to, waking up in the hub here with the window looking outside. Oh, is it the day? Is it the night? I love this very much. Definitely much cozier. This is the outside of the hub. Nest apartment. The Nest apartments looking very nice indeed. Now they're going to talk about the different biomes. So as mentioned before, high altitude biomes, this is the one that we've seen with the outpost during the demo with the snowstorm. However, if you go a little bit lower, the weather is going to be a little bit better as well. So if you go out of the mountains, you're gonna go to these plains here with all the snow and the trees. Obviously, lots of different kinds of trees. Biome number 3 with no trees here, but just a little bit of flowers. The snow is gone because it's a little bit warmer. Biome number 4 is even warmer with some forest and some of those reddish plants. This definitely looks kind of has a Canadian looks to it. Like it very much. Frozen tundras here. So here we're looking more into something like maybe Antarctica. Now they said that this is obsidian, so are we gonna have minables on Microtech? I think that would be awesome, or at least it would be great if they could give us something to do on Microtech starting from the start season of 3.8. And here the frozen oceans that they've been also talking about, which as I mentioned in the previous video are very sleek, very smooth. I think that this would be ideal for racing. Can you imagine a little race here around those rocks? That would be great. That would be really great. So yeah, there we have it, guys. The latest Inside Star Citizen, as well as some traveler's guide for Microtech. All right, guys, that's actually all for this video, but don't go anywhere because I gotta show you something, guys. This is the giveaway for the month of December. I am giving away a celebration gear pack that includes all of these beautiful t-shirts from all the manufacturers that were present during the expo here, as well as the hats. So you're gonna have maybe the full Crusader outfit perhaps, or the full Argo F if you're an Argo fan, or Rubber Space Industries. All you need to do to get a chance of winning is to subscribe to this channel and to comment to any videos posted this month. The winner will be announced during during Christmas Eve. So good luck to everybody. I am also giving away, thanks to Dark Sparrow. Dark Sparrow, shout out to Dark Sparrow. He decided to stand up for the community. I'm giving away an Anvil Pisces. This also includes lifetime insurance. All you need to do to get some winnings to subscribe to the Patreon channel. Link is in the description down below. Patrons get access to my Discord, and if you ask me questions, the questions will be answered in the show. And well, there's going to be more things to come. Hopefully next year for the Patreons. I haven't decided yet. Gonna have to ask you guys on Discord. Anyway, all you need to do to get some winning this one is to subscribe. This pledges start at $1 a month, and they really help the channel a lot. Otherwise, you can also support the channel by hitting that like button and that subscribe button. That definitely has helped over the past couple of days. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.